In this lesson, we're going to learn to multiply polynomials by a monomial. To multiply 3x times the parenthesis x cubed minus 4x squared plus 2 end parenthesis, we're going to use a distributive property like we have before. In cases like negative 3 times parenthesis x minus 4, remember that we would get negative 3x plus 12 because we would simply multiply the negative 3 by the x and the negative 3 by the negative 4. The only difference here is our monomials may include more variables and exponents. So here you can see that in our original problem, 3x was on the outside of our polynomial. So I'm going to multiply the 3x times all three terms in the polynomial. So first I took the 3x times the x cubed minus the next term 3x times 4x squared plus the 3x times the last term 2. So multiply each of those using your basic exponent rules, and we come up with 3x to the fourth minus 12x cubed plus 6x. Now, pause the video and try this example and see how you do, and then I will go through it and you can check your work. Now let's go through this and check your work. Let's see, we have negative 4x squared, and I'm going to multiply by 3x to the fourth. So I'm going to go ahead and write that out. Negative 4x squared. I'm going to multiply that by 3x to the fourth, the first term. Bring down my plus and say, all right, let's do the same thing. Let's take my negative 4x squared, and let's multiply it by the middle term, x squared. Minus, so I'm going to take that negative 4x squared on the outside and multiply it by 10. So now to take a look at each term, let's see what we get in the first one. So negative 4 times 3, so negative 12. X squared times x to the fourth, we add the exponents to get x to the sixth. The next term, negative 4x squared times x squared. So the negative 4 is there, and x squared times x squared, or 2 plus 2, gives us x to the fourth. Now here we have a subtraction and times negative 4x, so those two negatives are going to turn to a positive. And we can multiply 4 times 10, which is 40. There's nothing to multiply the x squared by, so the x squared just comes down here. So in the end, we have negative 12x to the sixth minus 4x to the fourth plus 40x squared.